that one person in the office or in your group or community who always talks. I mean, they always have something to say to add to the conversation. Even when the conversation is over and done, they have to put their 2 cents in every situation. I definitely want to share with you guys how to handle people who are like that, or you are that person. Yeah, let's be real there, because there are people who don't even realize they're talking too much. And I understand there's extroverts and there's introverts. I get that. But we can all at least be quiet for a certain period of time or invite others into the conversation. So, I'm Dr. Kayon Cameron. Welcome to my channel. And I definitely want to talk today about communication. In a meeting, and there's someone who always feels like they need to engage. You do not have to speak. You really don't. Unless you're being called out and or you know the answer to this question, or you know the direction of where the conversation needs to go. I get that. Yes, engage. But the information you share needs to be focused to the conversation at hand. So here's something I want you to think about before you open your mouth. If you are this person and you're not sure, well, could be for anyone. Just pretend with me that you need to work on your communication skills. Okay? So pretend you're about to open your mouth and speak. And I want you to ask yourself 1 or 2 questions. 1, is this going to add to the conversation? Or 2, is it off topic and it's going to derail the conversation? Pick one. If it's going to derail the conversation, meaning that it's something that doesn't really pertain to the issue at hand or the topic at hand, and it might be something addressed later or needs to be addressed in another meeting, you probably don't need to talk. If it pertains to the issue at hand and the conversation at hand, then that's good. Then yes, engage. But make sure you engage appropriately. Meaning, if someone else is talking, don't interrupt. Wait till they're finished their thought, because sometimes people need to get their whole thought out to explain themselves, and you vaulting over them to interrupt them, it messes up what they're trying to say, and then they lose their train of thought and they miss an opportunity to express themselves. And who wants to be silenced? Nobody. So be respectful. Let someone finish their thought. I know a lot of video meetings have a feature of, raise your hand or a chat function. If you know the moderator of the meeting or the one hosting the meeting, send them a message, say, hey, I do want to talk about this after such and such is done speaking. Can you please call me out? Something like that. Or if you're in a physical meeting room or in a physical gathering, you can just raise your hand to let the person who's talking know that you have something to say after they're done, or the moderator, whoever it is, just, kindly like, oh yeah, when you're done, something like along those lines. Because if you're talking over another person, someone else wants to talk over another person, how are we going to have a conversation? No one's talking and having it heard. So we need only one person to speak at one time so that it can be processed amongst the group, if it is a group, or one-on-one, Just watch how you're interacting in a conversation. Are you the person who always needs to talk, and or you're talking over someone, removing the opportunity for someone else to speak? Then you may want to change how you engage with other people, because you are now a person who is distracting the conversation rather than adding to the conversation. And if you are the facilitator, then yes, you're going to need to talk. You're going to need to keep engaging and keep the conversation flowing. I understand that. I'm just talking about someone else in the room who they're just puffing smoke. They're talking, but it's just air coming out and it's not doing anything. And you all know somebody, at least one person like that. Don't be that person, by the way. If that is you, then it's time to think before you speak. Is what I'm about to say going to add to the conversation or derail it? Be the one to set the pace for your working environment. You be the leader. You be the one who has a positive influence on the people around you. Don't be the one that people remember as, oh, they always like to talk in meetings and I never get to say anything because they keep interrupting me. Don't be the one who's always talking because the other person who did want to say something didn't feel like they could, because you kept carrying the conversation and no one could say anything. How is that being a leader? You're supposed to help the people around you. Now you're silencing them Indirectly, yes, but you're silencing them. Give people their voice or encourage them to speak. That's how you be a leader. That's how you make a difference in your work environment. It doesn't take much, but just invite people in a conversation and use the 2 ears that you were born with and the 1 mouth that you have. Speak less, listen more. I hope that encourages you today. If you would like some more information on leadership development and or training, how to become a more effective and positive influence in your community, please like and subscribe to my channel. I will be here giving nuggets. So thank you for coming to my channel. See you guys real soon.